The story of Steven Stayner is one filled with tragedy, resilience, and an unsettling twist of fate. It begins on a chilly December day in 1972, when 7-year-old Steven, on his way home from school in Merced, California, was abducted by a man named Irvin Murphy. What seemed like a harmless conversation about church donations turned into a nightmare when Steven was lured into a white Buick driven by Kenneth Parnell, the mastermind behind the kidnapping. Kenneth Parnell, a deeply troubled man with a history of criminal behavior and psychological issues, had convinced Murphy to assist him in abducting children to raise them in a religious-type deal. Unbeknownst to Steven's family, he was taken to a remote cabin just half an hour from his grandfather's home, where he would remain captive for 7 harrowing years. During this time, Parnell subjected Steven to repeated abuse and manipulation, convincing him that his parents no longer wanted him. The trauma of these years left an indelible mark on Steven, who later revealed that he thought of his parents often but felt trapped in a life he didn't choose. As Steven grew older, Parnell became less interested in him, seeking younger victims to replace him. In a chilling turn of events, Parnell began using Steven to help abduct other boys, a tactic reminiscent of grooming techniques employed by predators. However, Steven, now a teenager, began sabotaging these attempts, refusing to let another child endure what he had suffered. His moment of heroism came on March 1, 1980, when he seized an opportunity to escape. Taking 5-year-old Timothy White, whom Parnell had recently kidnapped, Steven hitchhiked to a nearby police station and reported the crime. This act of bravery not only saved Timothy, but also brought national attention to Steven's own plight. Steven's return to his family was met with both joy and challenges. Thrust into the spotlight, he struggled to reintegrate into a normal life. His relationship with his father, Delbert, was particularly strained. The emotional scars of neglect and misunderstanding lingered long after Steven's rescue. Despite these difficulties, Steven married young, started a family, and worked tirelessly with organizations dedicated to preventing child abductions. Tragically, his life was cut short in 1989, when he died in a motorcycle accident at the age of 24. A statue erected in his honor immortalized him as a symbol of courage and survival. While Steven's story ended prematurely, the narrative takes a darker turn with his older brother, Cary Stayner. Overshadowed by Steven's abduction and subsequent fame, Cary harbored deep feelings of neglect and resentment. These emotions, compounded by a traumatic childhood marked by familial dysfunction and abuse, culminated in a descent into violence. In 1999, Cary embarked on a killing spree in Yosemite National Park, murdering 4 women over several months. Arrested after confessing to FBI agents, Cary revealed disturbing details about his motivations, including a desire for recognition akin to what Steven had received. The contrast between the two brothers is stark. Steven emerged from captivity as a hero, while Cary succumbed to darkness, becoming one of the nation's most notorious serial killers. Their intertwined stories highlight the complex interplay of trauma, resilience, and circumstance. While Steven's legacy endures as a beacon of hope and perseverance, Cary's crimes serve as a grim reminder of how unresolved pain can manifest in devastating ways. The Stayner family's saga remains a haunting exploration of nature versus nurture, leaving us to ponder the fragile boundaries between victimhood and villainy.